Hi, I'm Dick Termes. Today we're going to take on an area that doesn't get covered with a lot of the other, but it's too fun, so we have to try it. And it's really mostly cylinders and cubes, but exotic things that you can make out of them. And I did some sketching last night, so I'm going to actually play off of my sketches a little bit because I want to make sure I get all of this to you. One of the first things that's kind of interesting is when you play with a cube, and we'll just start with a basic cube here. You have certain elements that you have to think about. We have a major shape up on the top and parallel lines coming straight down from it. Now if you substitute, instead of an organized shape like that, you do a shape that is more organic like this for that top area, and then you come off of it. But let me just show you something that is interesting with that. I'm going to draw three of them, three different shapes down here, and I'm going to move that one down just a little bit because I don't have enough room. All right, they're a repeated pattern. One of the ways you can do, just like the cube, come straight down off the given corners, these corners there, and then copy what you see up above. This is kind of the secret to all of this stuff. So this line is parallel to that line. This line back here is parallel to this line, all right? And that's how you can get like more organic forms in mountains and whatever. But the same shape, if you go like that with it, now you're doing a hole in a landscape. Or if you push it one more step and you go like this, go on the inside and the outside, you end up with like a ribbon type of thing. And we need a line back behind there. So it's all the same. The same shape can actually turn into many different types of forms in the end. So that's sort of the premise of this, is that system. And you do the same thing with cylinders. So I'm going to actually start with a cylinder here and realize that we're coming off the outside edge of the curve. Things are hidden from you as they go around the corner. That's what creates that line. But what if we have an organic shape like this for this top? So instead of doing the top like that, you do the top like this. Then you come off of it and you copy what you see up above again, right there, copy that down below, and copy this. And the length of this line is quite very important too. This length here should be the same as that, as that length right there. So when we start to get into some of this stuff, you'll see that you can create a lot of things. And the same thing happens here. If you do an organic shape like this and you put a line in there, now you've got a hole instead of an object. Or if you go on both sides, you end up with a wall. So it's just kind of fun. You can actually make up a lot of different types of forms that you wouldn't normally get. Let's just play with this a little bit. I'm going to play with this, but turn it into like a spiral. And I'll do a simple one first. You come off of it. I'm going to just make it be a solid shape. And that, when I first determine what that length is, that's a requirement for all the rest of them too. So this has to come up short. This hides behind, and that's why it stops at that point. So that's what a spiral would look like. Well, let's make that a little more exotic. Let's have it go like that. And instead of running the line straight down like this, this time let's shoot them back in space this way, because you can go any direction you want with these lines. They just have to be consistent with each other. And down below here. And if I determine this is going to curve, remember this is curving just like that. And it curves back in, probably cuts in a little bit more on that order. Let me clean it up a little bit here. Okay, and this has to do the same thing, but it's out here, probably way out in there somewhere, that should curve, and it should copy this curve right there. And then these go until they run into something. And let's see. Okay, we got these up on the top too. They have to go project back in space, and you end up with something that looks sort of like that. Let me get rid of the ones and the running over here. And you end up with a fun spiral. Now, if your name is, let's just say your name is Doug. Or dog, we'll say dog, okay? And the same thing can apply. You project back in space, like so. This is partially cubical, this is cylindrical. And you wouldn't see anything in there. If it were shorter, you'd see the back of it, all right? And then this curves around like so. This is basically just a cylinder. And this is part of the cylinder, curves like that. Here, this would run back. This is sort of cubical, that part of it. And I don't think you'd see any of that. Let me see. So that would show what a dog would look like if you had it going. Okay, let's see what else is kind of fun. Walls. Walls are neat. Well, all walls are is double lines. So I'm going to start a thing that's cylindrical over here and cubical over here. And I'm going to double the line. So it's the top of cylinders and the top of cubical shapes, like so. And if you want to see the front of it, I'd go like something on that order. Now I'm going to just run these straight up and down. But I'll just run them for a ways, not too far down. This is going to go behind the dog. Come off the corners. This is kind of crowding that line, so I'm going to actually push it out here a little bit like that, so those two lines don't run onto each other, because that never is good. It confuses whoever's looking at your drawing. All right, and then this comes straight down here, cuts across, this comes back, curves in, this has to come down like that. Come across the top. This is a wall, this curves because it's curving on the top and cuts down in. I'm going to move it down about there. This curves into this. This takes off here, and this line would actually come into that line, so it has to be aiming towards that. So that's what a wall would look like. I think I've got it all. If it were brick or something, you might have to put something like that. You could make the whole thing out of blocks or something. Okay, let's see what else we have. It's like stars are interesting. Like I say, this doesn't typically run into what we've been doing, but it's too much fun, so you got to be able to do this. So if you think of this as the top of the cube, and then you come off of it straight up and down, you end up with sort of a prism type of thing. And remember, we're just copying that line down below, we're copying this line down below here. And we're keeping all of these lengths approximately the same. This is copying that one. This line is copying that line. This one nothing would show. It's in a way. And this would cut across. This copies that line. And you end up with, now if you twisted this just a little like this, all right, you could have a line coming down. And it would copy, when it gets to the bottom, it would copy that line. So if these bend around in different shapes, you would get that. Now let's see what, this is like a cool one, and it's cylindrical. This is real ribbon candy. I don't know if you eat ribbon candy anymore, but we used to eat ribbon candy all the time. And you can project back in space like this, off the top of the cylinders, top edge. Determine how far back in there you want to go. Try and keep all of these the same. This is copying that curve. This is copying this curve right here. Swinging around. This would come back in space like this. Curve like that one and come straight back in. This would go down and hide, and if you could see it, it would come right up to there, you know. All right, where are we? Then this guy, I'm going to stick this out. Maybe I'll turn it into a little spiral at the end and then project it back in space, just like the rest of them. This projected back. All right, we need lines on these inside too to make it be, and it has to be running parallel to those lines, to these lines. All right, now I think we've got the whole ribbon candy thing. Is there anything else that's in here? That kind of covers a lot of the stuff, but you can see there's a lot of fun things. You might want to try your own name. I mean, this could have, instead of a dog, it could actually be double thickness like that. And it adds another dimension to it. All of these could have double lines to create them. But it gives you some things to play with, and I think they're extra fun things to play with. Stay tuned, and thanks for watching this episode.